Tears started to drop from your eyes like droplets of rain, and your body is terrified with each step he was taking towards you. He finally came near you and lifted up your chin with his index finger, making you flinch by his touch. Why are you crying? You begged him, sobbing, and your voice came out cracked. He tilted his head and looked at you with a smirk. Do what? To not touch you? He said, looking at you up and down. I have made you the owner of this beautiful dress that women die to get their hands on. I have paid to make sure you look like a goddess of heaven, and now you are telling me not to do anything? He chuckled. Do I look fool to you? You swallowed. I don't need this. I'll pay you your money, but please let me go. I'm not what you are thinking. I know because never in my life I have seen a single human being daring to touch me. But sweetheart, you slept with such confidence. I can't wait to make you mine tonight and in fact forever from now on. Your eyes widened as you gulped, and I want your body to pay the price. As the devilish smirk spread on his face, he slammed his lips against yours and kissed you roughly, and when you tried to push him, he grabbed your hands and pinned above your head without breaking the kiss. As he broke the kiss after several minutes, a sob left from your mouth. Your mouth was aching, but you were terrified with what was going to come next. Tears down your cheeks. For some reason, his eyes softened, and a voice inside him said to not take this step. Never in his life he was afraid to commit a crime, but right now he was feeling like a sinister. Seeing you crying while sitting on your knees made his heart ache. He was so confused with this guilt emerging inside him. He left the room without a single word and didn't come the whole night. You cried yourself to sleep but also felt a little relieved when he didn't come back. The next morning, your eyes opened when you felt someone shook your shoulder gently. You saw a girl in front of you. Looking at her dressing style and the softness on her face, she wasn't looking like she's any house helper. If you want to sleep more, why don't you go and sleep on the bed? The only person in these 24 terrible hours you saw someone who smiled at you, but who she is and why she is being so nice to you. She chuckled as if your expressions made all your questions printed on your face. I know what you are thinking, but first, let's go downstairs and have breakfast. You must be hungry, right? You looked around the room and Jungkook was nowhere. In fact, you have realized that he didn't come back in the room after leaving. What are you thinking? Come on. She held out her hand for you. You stood up. Your dress is gorgeous. I mean, you are so beautiful that this dress seems to only be made for you. You have no idea how to answer her. She grabbed your hand and brought you with herself. As you came downstairs with Somi, once again your body trembled to see Jungkook sitting on the dining chair. Somi looked at you when you stopped. No need to be scared of anything. Come. She led you to the dining table while your heart was thumping inside your chest. My brother may seem a little scary, but he's not like that. You looked at her. Now you understood why she's so confident in his presence, because till now whoever you met was scared to death in front of him. I heard what happened yesterday in the restaurant. Even though I don't support him for bringing you, literally kidnapping you, that's what I say. But when I saw you, I myself fall in love with. So I won't blame my brother. You looked at her shocked, wondering if she also knows what he was about to do with you last night, but God knows for whatever reason he stopped. He was never into women. In fact, he never had a woman in his life except me as a sister, but I'm happy that his choice is exactly what I wanted for him. You are brave, and I'm already shipping you together. You looked at Jungkook. You have no idea what's going on, and he is also looking different from what you have seen him last night. Expressions a little bit soft, maybe because he felt guilty, or God knows. To accompany you, Somi stayed with you half of the day, but then she got a call from her husband, so she has to leave. She's Jungkook's cousin sister and the only family he has. You came to know that the most wanted mafia whom everyone terrifies is no other than Jungkook. You have no idea how you're gonna get out of here, or even if you would or not. Jungkook came back home as you got up from the couch. Are you tired of sitting on it the whole day? He sat sitting on the couch while that fear again built up inside you. It's the same time and you are alone with him. I want to go home. He looked at you, making you regret opening your mouth. I'm sorry, but I cannot fulfill your wish. You can't leave this place once you enter. You decided to face him because it's either you die or fight for yourself. I did not come here with my own will. You might be a heartless man, thinking of yourself superior after forcing a girl to stay in your house, but you look so pathetic doing all this. A true man can never hurt anyone. Jungkook got up and walked near you, but you took steps backwards until your back hit the glass window and there would be no room for you to leave. It all started with you. Do you remember that? Then why didn't you just slap me back? That would be better than this. Just say that you just wanted someone to satisfy your urges. You saw his eyes getting darker. He seems to be triggered by your words as the tension was visible on his face. He wouldn't be standing here talking back to me so confidently if I had those intentions. A big change happened that day. Don't know why you saw genuineness in his eyes. After that day, Jungkook didn't even touch you. As for going out of this place, you realized it was not possible because a very big incident happened and everyone was suspected Jungkook, who was not involved in this but his sources too. So to stay hidden until everything clears up, he and his gang hide themselves. You also started to feel a little comfortable around because you know Jungkook won't harm you now. In fact, he seems to got feelings for you that are unanswered yet. Jungkook has given you his room because there's only one bedroom here in this house where Jungkook stays to hide himself in such situations. You already slept in the morning for a few hours, so you were not getting any sleep. You decided to get yourself some water because you forgot to refill the bottle. As you were going towards the kitchen, your eyes fell on Jungkook, who was sleeping on the couch, but he does not have a blanket with him and that's why he was curled up into a ball, because it was so cold in the living room. You have developed an attraction towards Jungkook which you are afraid to give a name of love because if you see it from the other side, you fell for him. It was surprising for you also when you asked this to yourself. But he has completely changed towards you after that day. He treats you much better than anyone has ever treated you in your life. Rough childhood and then harsh adulthood of life made you like this. Being an orphan is painful as hell. You went inside your room and came back with a blanket. You walked near him and covered him with the blanket only to realize that he was shivering. You touched his forehead and he was burning. Oh my god, he has a fever. Jungkook, wake up. You shook him and then only you heard his painful moan. as he seems to be suffering from pain as well. Jungkook, open your eyes. You started to panic because he wasn't responding to your words. You were so scared that you literally dialed a number of ambulance but then immediately cut the call. No, I can't call the ambulance, but you looked at him. But he needs to be hospitalized. What do I do? So me. You quickly dialed her number as she answered in few rings sound half asleep. Wyan, what happened? Somi, please come here immediately. Jungkook is not well. I'm worried. Should I call the ambulance? No, don't do that. I'm coming, just wait. You ended the call and cupped Jungkook's face, tapping his cheek so he might respond. Tears filled in your eyes. These words came out from his mouth in a painful voice. You quickly get him a glass of water and helped him in sitting, but when you turned his body because he was laying down on the couch on his chest, a scream left from your mouth after seeing blood, your whole body terrified with horror because he was shot in his chest. Jungkook, how does this happen? Oh my god, why didn't you tell anyone? I'm calling the ambulance, that's it. You dialed the number with your trembling hands while tears continuously dropping from your eyes, but Jungkook stopped you. No, don't call. Are you dumb? You've lost so much blood. I'm not going to let you die like this. I don't care if they arrest you. I'll go with you. I'm ready to suffer with you. He grabbed your hand and made you sit beside him. Don't worry, I'm not going to die. The bullet has already taken out. Don't worry about me. You looked at him sobbing. You are burning with a fever. Are you a human for sure? He chuckled and held your hand in his. This is the first time I have seen someone getting worried over me. This is not a big deal, so don't worry. I have already visited the doctor. I'm not dumb. He wiped your tears. You are surely not a human. He chuckled while you hugged him carefully to not touch the wounded area which was bandaged that you didn't notice earlier. The bell rang and you got up. Somi is here. You ran to open the door while Jungkook leaned back his head against the couch and winced as he felt the pain. Oh my god, how does this happen? She said, rushing towards Jungkook, followed by you and her husband. Jungkook looked at them. Who does this? Why did you come here all the way? I'm fine, just got shot in an accident. It's not a big deal. How can it not be a big deal? Is this nothing to you? At least think about the people who loves you. You may not love yourself, but there are people who care about you, who loves you unconditionally. Jungkook looked at you. I never thought that I have such people, but now I guess I do. You realized what you said. It was an unintended confession. Wyan is right. You are not alone, Jungkook. You have to be careful because if not for yourself, you have to keep yourself safe for your future family. They will going to need your protection and you can't be in such state in front of them. They will break from inside. Jungkook looked at you. I will do anything for my future family. Why did you wake up so early, baby? You said with an extremely exhausted tone and sat down before picking up your 1-year-old boy who was crying. Please stop crying. Let me sleep. I'm so tired. Jungkook woke up hearing your voice. Why is he crying? You looked at him as he sat down. I don't know. Nowadays he doesn't even let me sleep in the afternoon. Maybe he's hungry. Try feeding him. You nodded and started feeding the baby. You rested your back against Jungkook's chest as he started giving you gentle massage on your shoulders. He smiled when you leaned your head back and closed your eyes, feeling a little relieved. Thank you. Go to sleep after feeding him. I'll tuck him to sleep. A year passed and I still don't know how to take care of him. I'm such a bad mother. He chuckled and then kissed your cheek. You are doing great. This is all I want to hear for now. He laughed while you also chuckled. You never went back to where you came from. Maybe this was the destiny. From an orphan to become the most beloved wife of a mafia boss. It all started weirdly, but now it's the most beautiful thing that happened to you. 4 years ago you both got married and now you have an year-old son who is the combination of both of you. Jungkook loves both of you unconditionally. For you, he came in your life like a sweet bitter memory. First you didn't like him but later fell harder. He changed your world. But if you see from Jungkook's POV, you came in his dark life as a ray of light. You gave him a family that he always wanted, love that he craved since birth. At one point, both of you are the same. You both wanted love of a family and now you both created one. Jungkook promised to himself to save you both from every bad thing. Not only he turned out to be a great lover and then husband, but also a great father. And finally, you both got a happy start because the end is still not here.